Authentic content, that concept, you should just throw it out the window. I want to tell you about how to reframe it, re-understand it, because it's absolutely killing your brand. I'm serious. By the end of this video, I think you'll really understand it. So I want you to think about or pay attention to the next authentic content that you'll be seeing. And you'll see this pattern. The thing is, what people are sharing as this authentic content is often just an egocentric narcissist move. It's all about them. Oh, look at me break down. I'm falling apart. This is my life. Oh, I feel this thing and it's really tough and here's how I fix that. That garbage has to stop somehow. At least stop it in your own work because it's not something that people are connecting to. People don't connect to your pain. They connect to their pain and they want competency, they want insight, they want presence, and the authentic content should be supporting that. But you'll see it 95% of the time. People are just throwing out what you could call as oversharing. Nobody wants to hear that. You watch it because it's on your phone and it's just maybe attractive, but it's not actually doing any good. In fact, I think it's tarnishing your reputation. It's kind of like pinning down somebody at a party with a conversation they're not really into. And they're not feeding off of it. They're just placating the person speaking, saying, oh, yeah, oh, that must be tough. Yeah, oh, I'm so sorry for you. Like, oh, that must be tough. That's not content that's connecting. That's just a narcissist move. And there's a feedback loop for this creator saying, oh, well, they're commenting, they're loving it. But are they buying from it? No. That's the thing. This authentic content has to stop. It's not doing them any good. Now, I want to talk about how you can take authentic, this wording, spin it to make it make sense, and do it better than everybody else online. You do it and make it propel your message and actually get clients from it. Because if you do what everybody's saying, just make authentic content, you might as well just burn your time. It doesn't make any sense. So I want you to think about authentic content as something bigger than you, which should be your message and your mission and all of that thing that you're actually bringing to the table. So I want you to focus on if you're actually making content, it's portraying an idea, helping somebody on the other end of that content, the audience, and using something authentically vulnerable that you could be thrown under the bus for or whatever, and not oversharing too far in it. And the point, and this is the key thing, the point of actually even mentioning anything that's vulnerable or authentic is to develop more trust in the specific thing you're talking about. Okay? So if I wanted to use it as an example, I could say how I've recorded this video 3 times already. I tried to redo it in Claude and be like, well, maybe I don't know this concept idea. Let me organize it. And I just keep bashing my head against the frigging thing, the keyboard. And then eventually I'm just like, you know what? No, I had this idea in a walk. I know this idea inherently. I see it. I've been thinking about it. I'm just going to shoot from the hip. There's my authentic presence of just actually knowing what I'm talking about. And then I used the thing and admitted that I tried to use AI to fix this. I tried to get some kind of semblance of a bullet list. And yes, I have a couple notes, but I had to throw it all out and be like, fuck, do I actually know what I'm talking about for a second? And I was like, I had to question it. And you know what? If I didn't, I would have to be like, you know what? I think I'm going to study this a little bit more. This story here is relevant to the concept of an example of being authentic and something I went through and taking that and being like, no, here's an example. I'm okay. I'm willing to just put it out there and be honest. That is authentic. And that pushes this concept across of being like, well, that's not really about me. I didn't tell you that. It's not like you're going to be like, oh, you're a hero for telling us this truth. You probably didn't even care that I talked about AI trying to rewrite this script and so on, because it wasn't about me. It was about you Sharing, being like, yeah, I know, and this is what it might sound like when somebody can do it right. Sharing something vulnerable that makes sense. So if you want to make authentic content, you have to reword authentic to trust building. People want real, so you don't want to be sharing your trauma. You want to be sharing your lessons. The trauma was the vehicle for your lesson, and the vehicle is a great way to put that lesson into their mind with a one-to-one example. That trauma is important. It illustrates it. It can show it, but it's absolutely not necessary. But sometimes it is the easiest, the most helpful, most relatable way to have them understand it. And I say it can be relatable here as long as the lesson is the focus that you were originally not talking about, not just the lesson of the trauma. The trauma is a supportive element and story and lesson to whatever else you were saying originally, one way or the other. It can't just be, hey, I went through this trauma and this is what I learned. That is egocentric. That is for loser content creators. It has nothing to do with the audience. It's not really a good look. It's kind of like going into a party and saying me, 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 me. It's generally frowned upon, to say the least. So if you are thinking you want to make more authentic content, I highly suggest changing the words from making authentic content to trust supporting content and using examples and stories to support and back up what your content would be, whether you say it or not. Think of it as a highlighter, and that can really make things very powerful and memorable. So if you want to work together, I now have my books open officially. And if you're looking to find out more and talk to me, see if it's a good fit, boost your brand and make it in 4 weeks to a complete makeover to make it absolutely stand out and have your reputation precede you so people just buy right away. Click the link below. Till next time, peace.